Hey y'all, this is Chance Wise coming to you from the Drag Lab. It's been asked to me many times, how do I bind? How do you bind your boobs? Now, I'm not actually going to show you how I bind my boobs because I have this weird thing about not wanting my boobs on the World Wide Web. Call me crazy. So, I'm just going to go through a few things. If I can explain this in a way that you understand what I'm saying, yay. If not, boo hiss. There are videos of actual binding on YouTube. I don't think they're very good, to be honest. So I'm just going to get right into it. Now, there's a few methods that people use to bind. One is an actual vest binder that's more for trans men or people that just, want more support for their boobs. But is not really effective if you're going to be on stage and creating the illusion of being male, which is what the only way I know how to bind is being on stage portraying a man. Binders tend to not push down enough, and you wind up looking like you have man boobs. Same thing with like ace bandage or anything like that. You wind up looking like you have man boobs, which is, unless you're wearing a big huge shirt, it doesn't create an illusion. So the only surefire way I've found, duct tape, and I use the brown. Now, a lot of people use like Gorilla Tape, which is insane in my brain because I have very fair skin. So anything that holds like crazy glue doesn't come near my skin. I mean, it's bad enough that I use duct tape because it can damage your skin, but there are ways around that, and I'm going to get to that. But first, there's one topic I need to really get on about binding, is don't bind all the way around your body. And whatever you do, don't use saran wrap. That clear cling wrap that goes on food, I don't know what they call it around the world, but in here it's saran wrap. If you wrap something around your body, it's like wrapping a string around your finger, and you tighten it and the blood flow doesn't go through the end of your finger. Same difference, but you're doing it to your lungs. So think of it like that. If you compress your chest so tight that you can't breathe, it becomes dangerous. So you got to think of your own safety. I've heard stories of kings using saran wrap around their chest, putting it so tight that they can't expand their lungs, that they actually pass out on stage. And we don't want to see anybody get hurt. So if you're very well endowed, which I am not, there are ways of binding where you're not going all the way around your body. You may have to use a whole lot of tape. I ain't even gonna lie about that. You might have to sit there for hours doing it. Well, maybe not that long, but you know what I mean. But the way I bind, and like I said, I'm not very well endowed. I can get away with pushing up and in and get a good bind, and it comes up here and it looks like man chest, So I start with my tape above, about an inch above my boob, and about to that point, let's see what I'm doing, about to like the middle of, well, not even to the middle, just on the outside of my boob, and I bring it around to my back. Now, that holds pretty well by itself. You can use spray adhesive to make sure that the tape is not going to pop. That's a very effective method. You can just spray it on your skin before you put duct tape on, or you can tear off a little shred about, say, they long, and put it on the ends of the duct tape so that it's less likely to pop. Or you can do like an X going across your duct tape so it doesn't roll down or roll up, which has happened to me in the past, which is not pleasant when it happens on stage. So using tape is pretty much the only surefire way of presenting a manly chest, in my opinion, and many other opinions, but I'm sure somebody else has another opinion. Don't go all the way around your chest because it's dangerous. Don't use Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape is god-awful. The gray duct tape is god-awful for skin, because you could actually sweat KY jelly and it never come off. So, I've been doing drag for 5 years. I've had issues of ripping skin off. At some point, we all lose skin, and yes, it does scar. But there are ways of taking off duct tape where it's less likely that you're going to lose skin and scar. WD-40, and you can take it and just saturate the tape with it, and pull it off slowly. Or you can, my friend AJ gets in a hot shower and soaps it up real good and just slowly takes it off a little bit at a time. It takes time. It might take you 5 to 10 minutes to get it off, but at least you won't have scars. I have scars because for a long time I've just, well, I'm sweaty and it's half coming off anyway, so rip. Yeah, I have scars on my skin from that. Just so you know, it does happen. But anyway, duct tape is pretty much the only surefire way of getting it done. So, I mean, there are ways of, I mean, you can push your boobs down with a binder and an ace bandage. With an ace bandage, you have to not be so tight around your body, otherwise you're going to cut off your lung supply. Binders are good. But like I say, you wind up with man boobs unless you're planning on wearing a big shirt. So duct tape is pretty much, that's it. I mean, you can do it over a bra. I've done that with the gray duct tape. If you do it well enough, the bra won't move. But I don't suggest doing it on top of clothing, because clothing can move and it can, like, totally mess you up when you're on stage. Anyway, so be safe with it. Don't go around your body. Don't cut off your air supply. If you're well endowed, like I'm not, you may have to start a little higher and go a little farther down with the tape than I do. I go down to just below my boob. You may have to go down even on to, like, closer to your stomach, and you may have to go around your back and come around to the other boob. But if you leave something open, you still have room to expand your lungs. So just be safe and have fun with it. Try out different things. But, you know, leave me comments, leave me suggestions, stuff you want to hear about. If you don't agree with anything I say, let me know, and I'll look into it. But, let me know what you think. I ain't doing this for my health, you know. I could be doing something other than sitting around my house and drag. Anyway, no, seriously. I don't care. Just leave me your comments. Let me know.